Hi everyone, it's Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk about radioactive iodine. I'm talking about radioactive iodine today because I had to take it via I had thyroid cancer. In my previous videos, I talk about how I ended up having thyroid cancer, and I talk about all of that. But so this kind of correlates with that because when after I was told I had thyroid cancer, I had to have my thyroid taken out, and I had the choice to leave it in and just take the cancer part out, but I didn't want to do that because the risk was high of cancer coming back. So, they wanted me to make an appointment to take radioactive iodine. So we made the appointment, and then time went on, and then I went in to take the radiation pills. But prior to the radiation pills, I had to be on a diet, and I couldn't have anything that had red in it. So if you look at the ingredients on just a bunch of different food items, it'll tell you what's in there and stuff. And if it says red, um, it like anything red, you don't want to have it because I guess that attacks the thyroid, and you don't want anything with that because then it'll mess up the whole process of you being able to go in and take the radioactive iodine pill because they want your thyroid level to be on the higher side, which some people say low because you feel like crap and stuff, but they want your number to be like 60 or 70, your TSH, before you go in and take the iodine pill. At least that's how they did it here for me in my state where I live. I don't know how other doctors do it. I don't know if it's the same worldwide or what, but that's how they did it for me. My thyroid level had to be at 60 or 70, and then I could go in. So it got to that level pretty quick. Which the doctors were shocked because sometimes it takes people a while and they have to come back to recheck to see what their TSH is. But mine went up high quick, which I was happy about because I wanted to get the process over with. And so I went in, took the radioactive iodine pills, and they were like horse pills. They were pretty big, and I had a high dose, but that's not for everybody either because some people have lower doses and the pills can look different. I'm not 100% sure on how everybody else's pills will look or what dose they'll have, but mine was a high dose and they were horse pills. So I went in this room and they set me down in a chair, and I had to swallow these pills, but the doctor and the other male nurse had to stand a certain feet away from me because when you after you take the pill, after so long, it lets off radiation, and it can cause cancer or harm to other people. Um, After so long, if they're exposed to it really, really close to you or any radiation. So they don't want you near anybody when you're taking it. So after I took it, and they kind of like did a scan thing on me to see if it was like if I was creating radiation or something. I don't know exactly what they were doing, but they were checking me after I took the pill, and then they told me I could leave. But this is how they tell you to do it. So if you're riding with somebody, which I was, um, my I you can't sit right next to them because of the radiation. So I had to sit in the back seat and kind of have a hold up a blanket between me and my husband. Um, he was driving, so that way there wasn't the radiation exposure. Then after you take the pills, you want to or pill, you want to isolate for so long. So I think I had to isolate for a week. I can't remember exactly because that was 3 years ago, but I had to isolate for pretty long. And I I literally couldn't be around anybody. So some people do that at the hospital. Um, but more and more, I guess nowadays, they're allowing people to go home. And like I said, you can't be around anybody. But nowadays, that's kind of easy because you have your phone and social media and stuff like that to communicate with your loved ones and stuff if you feel lonely. I would advise to watch movies, read. If you are artistic like me, paint, draw, write poetry, or just write in your journal, anything, because it does get pretty lonely and scary. You do feel nauseous. You can. I did. You can feel nauseous. You can feel really, really extra tired. You can just feel like shit altogether. So, uh, yeah, you want to stay hydrated. Drink a lot of Powerade, Gatorade, water. You want to stick to kind of sweet things because, like I said, you're feeling nauseous. Sprites too. And then you also can take Zofran or some kind of nausea medicine. Uh, but obviously, you'd have to talk to your doctor about that too prior, and they would probably prescribe it to you because more than likely you're going to be nauseous. I've heard some of my internet friends tell me that they got extremely sick and even threw up their iodine and had to do it all over again. But I luckily didn't have to do that because I'm kind of used to. I have a really strong stomach. I was a CNA in my past, and you have to be quite a special person to be that because you kind of see a lot of na- nasty and gross things. So when I took that pill and I felt kind of queasy and nauseated, I have a strong stomach, so I didn't throw mine up, luckily. So I got through it, and all I had was tiredness and nausea. I didn't feel anything else. So, but they say you can get just feeling like crap altogether, and some people have went to the hospital. Some people have threw their iodine up and had to redo the process. That didn't happen to me though. But you can do further research by watching other YouTube videos besides mine, and also Facebook and Google and all that. So uh, the process went well. After a while, I was able to have my family come home, but I couldn't quite sit next to them yet. So a couple days passed by after that, and then I could finally sit next to them, and everything went back to normal. So it was really lonely and crazy experience because even though you do have the social media and you can read and draw or do whatever, you have your phone nowadays, it still can get pretty lonely not having someone physically actually in the room with you or by you. So, you know, just be prepared for that if you're not doing it in the hospital. So, um, but yeah, so now I got through that and everything, and I've been in remission for 3 years, so cancer free for 3 years, and hopefully cancer free for much longer. Because I've been doing everything I can to prevent that from coming back because I don't want to have to do anything like that again. They also give you radioactive iodine for therapy too, for like thyroid disease. It doesn't have to be cancer, it can just be a thyroid disease. But yeah, it basically eats the iodine. So that's what that is. And you can further research all about it on all the search engines that we have nowadays. But I thought that I would talk to you guys about that today and tell you my story on radioactive iodine. And if you guys have stories to share with me about your experience with radioactive iodine, drop below because I would love to hear other people's stories. or comment. And other than that, I will be on tomorrow with another life topic. Thank you.